Well, hello everybody, I'm Serta, and welcome back to Alchemy Factory. Everything's ticking over pretty well, but between episodes, I did a little bit of stuff. I put stairs up over here. I added an extra setup of sand so that I could have some more sand going into the refiners so that we could get more diamonds, and I should have a few. Well, look at that, I got 4 of them. So that's much better. It's still slow, and it was much slower because I realized that I'd made a mistake. And that mistake was right here. I only had 21 of these grinders doing 4 per minute. That's 82. That wasn't enough. I'm producing 120 iron ingots, and I need 120 iron sand. So I needed to added another row of 7 plus another 2. So that was another 9. I still need to do it on that side, but I've got bigger problems over there right now. Anyway, this is now running smoothly, and it looks like we are getting a backup of fertilizer down here. No, we're not. Actually, it's going down. Oh boy, now since I fixed that up, everything is running faster. I am having a bigger problem down on this side because barely any fertilizer is getting down here. It is a big issue. Now, there are a couple of ways I can solve that problem. One way is to build another setup like we have here, which will cause me endless trouble with the amount of wood I'm going to be producing, and there isn't really anything I can do with it right now. In fact, if I go and have a look in the materials and I go down to planks, there really isn't anything, and there's nothing else coming. I could set up another Jupiter production facility, which is an option, and I may do that in the future, but for now, just to try and balance things out, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my experience points to increase the fertility rate or to increase the effectiveness of the fertilizers. So that's something that I'm going to do. Then down on this side is the other option, growth potion. Now I need to do that anyway, so I'm going to research it. Problem is, as soon as I research it, it's going to start appearing in the quests. And I kind of need quests to keep the money alive. Well, there aren't any available at the moment because I've done them all, but as soon as I unlock that, it's going to start asking for that, and it's going to limit the number of quests that I can do. But I don't really have a choice. We have to do this. So that's done. So I'm just going to wait for that to happen. On this side, now I have been throwing wood away, and that is sacrilege. I should not be throwing this wood away. It is very, very expensive timber. So these planks, I actually need to rearrange this so that there's the research done. This is, oh man. Right now it's under control. The boxes are empty. This is still flowing and everything is working as it should, just not getting enough through. So there is a lot to do today, so let's get stuck in. Another thing I've been considering is having an actual warehouse. Now I'm bringing almost everything up here. Everything is here, it's on belts. How difficult would it be to set up a place with a whole bunch of boxes over here that I can have material available when I need it? I have an idea. I mean, it's not everything that's going in. Wait, what is missing over here? Oh, it's the steel gears. It's fine. They're still coming through. Yeah, I don't like it when I see empty belts like that. Anyway, so that's a thought I've been playing around in my mind with, is having a warehouse where it's easy to go and just pick up everything that you need in one place instead of having to run between floors to pick everything up. But I have all this space over here now, so we're going to have to do something with this. So before we do anything, let's go into the upgrades, and we've done 1 fertilizer efficiency. I have 3 points, I think. Oh no, I haven't done a fertilizer efficiency yet. Oh wow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, confirm. So that should make the fertilizer more efficient, and it'll keep head above water for a while because the nurseries won't be using as much. So hopefully these belts get a chance to back up. So let's have a look at this new potion. This uses chamomile powder. Okay, so we've got a new plant that we need to plant. And then clay powder, which is no problem, because we have a setup that we can use for that. And that uses 1 every 4 seconds. So 15 per minute it needs. And then brine. Now that would mean that I'd need to set up a salt facility, which is absolutely 100% fine because I do need to make salt to sell anyway. So the first thing I'm going to do, run across the road, go and get a chamomile seed. Check out how things are going over here. Ooh, all jammed up. But the boxes are not full, so everything is fine. It's just taking time because our belts are so full now. And if it becomes a problem, I can just take coin out of these boxes and go and toss it into my box over here that is filling up very nicely. Now, I may have to convert those to gold at some point. Right, where's chamomile? That's chamomile. So we'll grab one of those. We've still got gentian seeds. We've got a world tree seed. That's 50 gold. Wow, that's expensive. And we've got lavender seeds. That's still locked. All right, well, we're going to have to go and play around. So for testing purposes, I'm going to put down a nursery over here, just like that. Don't fill up. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to move this. You would have thought I would have learned by now. I want to be able to cut the belt off when I want. So, okay, I do have some. I actually don't need this belt connected then. Good, and I'll plant that seed. Yeah, it's pretty. Let's go and see what that does. 12 per minute only. Oof. Only 12 per minute, and it chews through the fertilizer quite a bit. Now, I imagine the growth potion will make that better, but 12 per minute. And that obviously will go into an extractor, and I can grab a belt that in. Let's see what that does. That doesn't go into an extractor at all. What was I thinking? It goes through a grinder. Now I'll start with a small grinder and see what that does. So that does 20 per minute. So a large one will do 40 a minute, which means we're going to need a lot of these. Woof, okay. So yeah, the numbers don't balance out entirely. So 20 into 20. And we actually need a new blender that we have recently unlocked, the advanced blender. And that needs a couple of copper bearings, so I'll grab those. Right, so the advanced blender, if we set the recipe to growth potion, so we need 80 brine per minute, shouldn't be a problem. Only 20 chamomile. Okay, that's not too bad. But that's only going to deliver 10 per minute. That's still fine. Sorry, 800 brine per minute. Aha. And I don't know how much brine is made. Let's have a look. Brine is not, oh gosh, brine is not made in here. Let's put one of those down, and then one of these. And I don't know if I got some salt, so let's stick a bit of it in there. And then this is making 300. All right, so I'm going to need 3 of those. That means I need 45 a minute salt. I'm pretty sure the rock crushers do 10 each, salt and sand. So I'll need 5 rock salt crushers. All right, I have an idea what I need. And I want to try and make it modular so that I can make one setup and then add on to it. And I think it's going to happen over there. Yeah, I'm going to leave this area open, although I won't be able to fit another set like this in over here. So I'll probably leave this open for something. If I wanted to, I could turn it sideways and fit it across this way. But I think I'll leave it. I'm going to be getting sand elsewhere, like from this process. And just for convenience, I'll try and put another staircase up here. So if I put that there, will I be able to get the platform in? I will. And then the stairs go up. Wait, did I have quests that I didn't do? I might run a loss for today because I haven't really been doing... No, it's still the same day, is it really? Wow. Time suddenly slowed down. Yeah, I didn't put this right. I didn't put that one right either, but that's okay. And we'll just put these small ones over. There we go. Yeah, this needed to be moved out so that if I want to, I can take conveyor lifts up into this gap. Well, I think I might still be able to. Anyway, this is good. So I'm going to need 2 of these nurseries to go into one of these grinders. The small grinder's fine, and that will give me the basic 20 per minute. Then the clay powder is a bit of a bigger thing. We need 60 per minute. My setup over here only makes half of that. So I'm going to have 2 of these. And I think I can grab that right here. This setup here is making 15 and 15, yeah. Well, end of the day. And it's not going to be a very profitable day. Oh wait, actually, I did do quests. And they were pretty good. So, yeah, a profit was made. A huge profit. Oh, fantastic. So, I'm going to have to blueprint this one. I think I have, haven't I? Maybe not. Oh, it's the clay temp. Yeah, I think what I'll do, because it was the clay temp, it still had things that needed to be taken off. Like this, I'm going to have to remove the ethanol because I don't need that anymore. So, yeah, I'll copy this over. It's going to be expensive, but I can get an idea of what I need for it from the clay temp blueprint. And the devs need to do something about this taskbar at the bottom. Every time I roll my mouse wheel or anything, it just changes. Can I help you, sir? No. All right, let's go and see if my upgrades did anything to fertility. Man, okay, well, we are getting some sage through at least. It is a problem, though. These are not backing up. Nope. This is, well, it's starting to do something. Maybe I need to get some more of those experience points. How much do I have in my box? Oh, I got quite a few. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can just plug that in there, let that run through. What's my next one at? 442, so it won't take long. I can't really do that with my Jupiters, although I do have a few. Let's go and see what quests we've got before I carry on. So, a random quest that needs a Jupiter and a Saturn, and that one doesn't. Good, I have everything for the quest. Submit that. That's good coin, and that's more coin. How are we doing? No, we're okay here. Awesome. Oh wait, more importantly, oh look at the cash. It's my little savings account. Right, so I do not need the copper coin with me, so I'll just drop that off. And maybe get rid of half of my silver coin. Don't need to be carrying that much either. It does look like everything here is running through faster. Let's go and have a look at this. Still 120 per minute. Okay, this hasn't regressed. And maybe it's building up, so hopefully that all improves. Yeah, I'll be keeping a close eye on this lot. There is a steady stream of the advanced fertilizer coming out. And upstairs, it looks like this line is starting to back up a little bit. Yeah, okay, so we're alright, we're okay. First thing I'm going to do, I'll put the columns down. Do I have enough wood? I've got lots of wood. Sort that out. Oh yeah, I was going to sell a couple of Saturns. So let's dump those in there. I haven't seen an upgrade point come through yet. What's going on? There's like 18%. If I take that out? Yeah, now it's working again. That's weird. There's like a 18% Saturn in here. I'm not sure if that's worth anything anywhere. I don't know. I'm going to destroy it. Yeah, alright, sorry. That's very expensive, but it's gone now. Anything else I need to worry about? No, for now we're okay. That started ticking up. Fantastic. I've been thinking a little bit. We need to balance this. This is producing 12. Okay, it doesn't say so now, but to try and get it to be able to sum up with the 20 that I need, I'm going to need 5 of these nurseries. Now, I don't know if my fertilizer is going to deal with that, but 5 of these nurseries will give 60. That means I can have 3 crushers, which means I can have 3 chamomile powder, which means that I could have 3 growth potions being made in the advanced blender. Also means that I need a lot more brine. That's going to be expensive, but we could make then 30 per minute. Maybe I should work around that. But that's going to take up a heap of space because I need to make my clay facility produce 180. That means this setup 3 times. Well, it's not too bad. Yeah, I think that's doable. Yeah, the brine setup, well, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. So I am going to need to bring belts up. So if I was to take... I'm going to keep it consistent, the fuel needs to be at the top. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. It's fine, it doesn't really matter. But I'll keep it consistent anyway. So that would be the fuel line going up. Oh, no, it needs to be one further out. People like this corner for some reason. Oh, I see. I can't take this up because the floors match, and I can't put the lab stands down over here. How the heck do I get stuff up then? An interesting dilemma. Now, I could put more cannons in and shoot the stuff up, but I don't really know if I want to do that. Alternatively, I have everything close by to here. I could bring this up. I got a new skill point. Oh boy, this is still not getting fertilizer. Well, skill point. More fertilizer efficiency, I suppose. So we'll do that. Yeah, unfortunately you can't make these little lifts hover, so this is not going to work. I could just take this out and leave a corner open, or have this corner open. I'm going to mess with things over here in the future, but maybe it's the right way. Alright, let's select that one, remove it, and we'll do that, and then we can bring the goods up over here. So, fertilizer belt up to somewhere in the middle. I think that is the spot. And we can have that come up and rotate straight over like that. Yep. Then I'll do this one, and we're going to take it one higher, and then the last one, we'll take it one higher than that. Alright, well, let's go and see what that looks like. Yeah, that's fine. So this belt can come out, and I will bring it right to the... Yeah, I'll bring it over here. I still need to put up the pillars that can go like that. We'll lab stand over the top of that, and then belt that over there, and then lab stands on top of that, belt that over, and then belt that over. Right, come on, there. That lab stand can go there, then there'll be one on top of that and two over here. Actually, before I put that one on, let's get rid of it. That can plug in there. Then I know it's connected. Lab stand over here, belt into there. And then I just have to connect them down at the bottom. So that would go there. This is going to cause me more issues down this line. Although, yep, we are definitely backing up now. Oh, that's good news. And that's connected in. So this belt can go around that way and in. This one can go around and in. And there's probably a far better way to do this. But this is the way it's happening. And we're still not getting fertilizer down here. I'm going to shoot upstairs and see if there's any progress on more points. I'm desperately trying not to build another fertilizer setup right now. Man, we're almost out. And oof, that's not working. I'm not going to get another one. Yeah, I think I'll just stash those two away for quests. Anyway, yeah, we're still looking okay on the money belt. Let's drop off some gold. Didn't need to be carrying that with me. Yeah, my biggest concern right now with doing the chamomile, it's another 6 nurseries. And it's on that side that is already causing a problem for this side. Okay, end of the day. Yeah, all in all, a good day. We made a profit. You know, I feel like I'm making more than I'm using. It's just that everything kind of ran out, so it needs to back up first. And this is not ideal. Yeah, only because everything here stopped working for a while I was busy doing other stuff and I didn't notice it. And this is still not backing up. Yeah, these red currents use fertilizer far quicker. Oh my word. Look at that. I had a full box of the vitality potion and now it's all gone. Huh. Alright, well that means I need the box to back up a bit. I feel like my reputation, my store is going to drop somewhat, but it's okay. Alright, well I have space up here now. So let me get to where I originally was going. And we're going to start putting the columns down. I have no idea why I put that one there. And I'm out of steel. So back into building. This is correct, yes. And then there. Super, that is the columns. Now, I probably don't need these middle ones. They might be getting in the way for no reason. But I didn't want to span more than 2. I probably could span a 3x3. That shouldn't actually be a problem. Yeah, I think I'm going to take these ones out. And that's them gone. Oh, and I need to start off from a wall. Otherwise, the floors snap onto the pillars. Yeah, that works. Oh, wait, hang on. I'd have to build this from this side for this to be able to close. That's fine. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to start off with a mini facility. Just 2 chamomile nurseries. And we'll make the basics. And then I can think about expanding it later. I will start off with a clay build first, though. And that is this entire block over here, excluding this ethanol. Or maybe I just use the blueprint that I've got. So the clay temp. And I need a few things for that, so I'll just run around and collect those quickly. But first, quests. That's easy enough, and that should be fine. And we can submit those now. Submit. Right. I need 4 sigils to get things started. So I'm going to start off up on this side with the clay. And let's see how we can fit this in. I'll bring it far enough back that it isn't an issue. And put it like that. Oh wait, what is the problem? Overlapping with other devices. Okay, nope. Bring it out one more. Nope. What am I overlapping? Yeah, it's kind of difficult to see. Let me hop up over here. There we go. Okay, so I can bring that over there and put it in like that. And then slap down another one. Oh, I'm out of nails. Well, that's okay because I'm going to be removing some goods here like this. And all of this belt. And that will be for the fuel, which I'll bring down over here somewhere. All right, confirm. Yeah, having this whole big thing over here for 4 of those, it's overkill, but you know, what the heck. And then I will blueprint what I have here because this is what I need. Just that. Confirm. And I'm missing large wooden gears. Can you believe it? Right, why is there... Am I missing some? I'm not missing anything, so why is there red on this? I don't know. And I think that should go... Alright, it's obviously not right. Go there. Wait, there's something weird going on here. Tells me I've got everything, but when I try and put it down, it says that errors may prevent construction. Alright, let's try it again. No, it's odd. I definitely have everything that I need to make it. Alright, well, let's put it down and see what happens. So we'll bring it over as far as possible, and then it needs to go one out, and then confirm. Holy cow. It chopped a whole lot away. Yeah, it's like I forgot to blueprint something underneath. Yes, that is it. These blocks for some reason didn't blueprint. So back into this and up to there. Did I get everything this time? Yeah, it looks like it. Yep, that looks good. Now, without going in too close, this needs to go right there, I hope. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so that's 60 per minute clay, which is exactly what I need to get this build started. Then I can put the chamomile down, and I will run, yep, that's fine. We're just going to do 2 for now, and we can expand that later. And for now, those 2 can both run into a small crusher. Oh, right, I need to still crush this lot, but that's easy. It's one of these. And it's the end of the day. Oh, wow, I lost quite a bit that day. All right, no, that's fine. We'll put that over there. We'll do the same with this one. Get rid of this lift and this one. Done. And then pop those in. We're going to pop this one in. We'll grab this. It's going to go over here. That belt is now in. Good. So there's these 2 little pieces of belt here that are not needed. And on this one. All right, everything neat and tidy now. So 2 chamomile, and that will make the chamomile powder. Right, so what do we need now? We need the brine. Okay. Now I'm going to need to be able to take the sand downstairs. Let me remind myself what this is all about. So we need 15 to make 300, and we need a total of 800. So we need 3 of these. So 45 volt. And this is where we're going to have some more expense, because we're going to need 5 stone crushers, and I'm not going to cover them. I'm literally just going to do 5 of them in a row, and we're going to need 5 purchasing portals to go in there. Otherwise, we'll end up with a bunch of very expensive rock salt on a belt that I don't want. Plug those all in, and that's sorted. Then we'll need a belt, and I lost my flippin' hotbar again, and wood. Okay, that's fine. We'll grab a hopper, because I think we can just shoot the cache over here. Why not? But I'll start by belting fertilizer. I'll take it from over here, send it around the back, and plug those in. Now, I could have done this on a elevated thing, but I'm probably going to move this later. So that'll feed out. And once I fill everything up, that is all the components we need to get started. Obviously, except for the refiner or whatever it's called, this thing, the advanced blender. Oh no, wait, I need to actually make the brine first, so one moment. We're going to bring this out to here, and then I'm going to get a priority splitter, and I'm going to lie it down. I need to get the sand back down. I'll bring it down over here. So we'll have the salt come out. Yeah, we'll have the salt come out the bottom. And I always forget, the priority that you set comes out the top, I think. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Gosh, I need the filter splitter. This one. And then we can go and set the top priority to be the sand. That means the sand. Oh, yeah, I think that's right. Then we take the sand back out, and we're going to feed that down this little area here and take it over to this spot where all the sand is happening and somehow squeeze it in. Or we can do... Yeah, I'm not going to be producing that much. It's extra 45 sand. This is all flowing very well and balanced. Okay, I'll figure it out. But at least we have a way to route the sand out. And then the salt needs to come out into 3 of these that we can put right there. They will make 300 each. So I can belt those in. And I suppose we can give it a bit of storage. I'll need to bring the cache down over here. Like that. I will put a cannon like that. Set the target to that one. Let that start filling up. These are all going to need to be set to rock salt. That's going to get expensive. But now copying the recipes on these doesn't work. So I have to do them individually. There's a copy and paste function. Comma is copy and full stop is paste, but not on everything. All right, well, that was very expensive, but it looks like we have brine, and I can take pipes and connect all of this together like that. Once I've got the chamomile seeds, which one I'll get from here when I go like that, and I need to get one more, and we'll plant those. Then I need to get more cash because I'm going to need to feed this and these. Now, I don't have any more limestone lying around, but I do have wood. I would like to go and pick up a few. It's not many, but it'll clear the inventory a bit. So give me a moment. And with that, that's as much wood as I can use here. All right, I'm going to get the fuel line extended a little first. So let's drag that over there. Get the belt to there. More over this way, because I'm probably going to be using some more of it down that side. Conveyor belt to there. Man, we are still not looking good on fertilizer. This, oh my gosh, this is, oh no, what happened? What the heck is going on now? You know, there's always something. These boxes are not full, so that's not the reason that it's going slow. These boxes are empty. Maybe it's just now there's more stuff being taken off the line over here. No, I mean, this could be it. This is all going up to get backed up. I'm in big trouble. I'm going to need to do another fertilizer build. But who knows? Maybe this will fix it. Growth potion, I'm not making very much, so I'm not sure how it's going to have an impact. But every little bit will help, I'm sure. So we need a cannon for that. One for that, one for... Okay, so I need 4 cannons. That's where I'm going to put them. And I'll drop them over here. Drag that across. Right, this one to there. This one to there. And then the rest should not be a problem. Okay. Oh, geez, wrong blooming belt. This is going to clog everything up. I really hate it when I do that. This was supposed to be the money belt. But instead, I just threw a whole lot of powdered coke. Oh, goodness. Well, these ones are not too difficult to clean out. But this one, that is going to be... Nah, I think I might be able to manage this as well. Oh, gosh, all right. Well, let me clean that up. I'll be right back. Right, now there's money on this line. Those are all cleaned out. Hopefully this is going to work. Oh, end of the day. Right, another big lost day. I'm going to have to rectify that as soon as I'm done here. Because now I do need to bring the fuel down. And this one can go into there. And then I'm going to bring this line out to go into there. That's the only 2 connections that I need. Good. And then the powdered clay is going to need to come out. So let me take that out. And put one of these in. That's perfect. And plug that in. And that's going to come across, meet up with this one. And they can together go into one of these advanced blenders, which is going to just sit over here. Nicely nestled away next to a pillar. This goes in. And then this is going to need to come around. And that will go in. And then I need to get pipes. Grab that and drag it over to there. Now this pipe connects over there, right? So we'll do a little up and then change that. Come this way. No, no, where are you going? No, this way. There we go. And that way. Now where's the salt? Why is the salt not going through? It must be going through. No, it's not. I mean, we have brine. What happened? Is there something in this... Oh, you know what it is. Now, the sand is backed up. I need to get that out of the way. We can set this recipe in the meantime to growth potion. And it's starting to make it. We do have a little bit of brine, but that's going to be finished soon. So let's get rid of the sand. Going to have it go out that way. It looks like it's there. Yep. That'll go in. That's going to bring the sand down. And there isn't a very convenient way for me to do this over here. Yeah, maybe I should have just brought the refined sand or the shards down. Ah, well, I need a setup, so I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do this. Maybe I will expand this one, because now I left spaces between them so that I could. So basically 3 stages is all I need. Hi. So we'll put that like that, and give a bit of space, and then all of that goes into... Oh, hang on, let me fix this. I'll find a decent layout for this eventually. Do that. And then that can go like that. That'll go into there. This will go into those two. That'll go into all of those. It's a mess. But we'll drop those two in there. And now the 3 stages are done. So we can bring this down and link it into this belt. And we're going to need to expand this just by 1. Like that. Belt that in and that goes in there. And we'll see how that handles everything. Well, once I've obviously connected this in. I'll bring that over this way and just feed it straight into all of these. So there you go. More diamond production. In the meantime, we are making things up here. Oh, look at that. We have growth potion. And I'm going to drop that into a box. Now, this is not a very efficient build at all. I'd have to go 3 times the size to get it more efficient. But that means I need a lot more fertilizer. And this, well, this is not producing anymore because it's hardly being used. We are backed up on fertilizer here. This fertilizer is still a problem. Yeah, wow. We're just using so much down this way. Now, I would like to unlock the next level. That means we need 200 of these. But I'm going to grab some, and I'm going to inject it into this line that's having a problem and see if we can back it up a bit. If that has an impact, it would be excellent. So we'll drop those on this line and see how that goes. And I can remove all my test stuff that I put down over here. Let's see if this is any good when it finally gets into something. Right, this is in. It's not being used yet, but we need more to go through. And everything's being sucked into these before it even gets anywhere. Ah, man. All right, well, I may need to just come in and load up these. I'm going to fix this fertilizer situation as quickly as I can. So, we'll drop some in there, and we'll drop some in there. And those will work now. Oh, my word. Look how slowly it goes down. Hang on. Oh, and I've got a mistake with my belts. Oh, wow. That's the reason that things are going slowly, because I've got all of these going onto one belt, and each of these, well, and each of these does 120 per minute. My design is wrong. That means my design over there is wrong. Everything's going to fall apart. Oh, I'm going to have to fix that. Well, in the meantime, things are working a little bit now. You know, the funny thing is, I had these separated so that I could do 2 individual belts through here. Don't know why I didn't do that. This one, I have no idea what the heck I was thinking. Alright, well, I'll get to fix those. Not a problem. Issue noted. The growth potion is working, and it's working efficiently. Everything that I need is here. As long as I haven't done anything silly with the belts, this should all be flowing pretty well. Yeah, it's working. Although, this stops for a moment. Let's just look at that again. Yeah, that's... No, actually, that's right. 30 per minute. There will be a pause in between. Actually, there shouldn't be a pause. This is working, and that's pausing. Sand. What is the problem with the sand? All of these have stone. They're all being ground. These are going through. Nothing is backing up. Yeah, everything's working. It's just like I'm not producing enough sand. See, this is the problem with closed-in structures. You can't really see if everything's working properly. I think this is probably... I mean, this should be a full belt. This should be 120 per minute. There should not be gaps. There's a fault in this design somewhere. I'm not seeing anything come out of this middle one. Is it the same down here? Yep, that middle one is not producing anything. The outside ones are. Is there something going on this side? Yes. Oh, there's the problem. One tiny little piece of frickin' coke powder. Yep, old mistakes coming back to haunt you. Now it's working. That side is backed up. It is working, but there are still gaps that there shouldn't be. And this one's got gaps as well. Did I not put enough of the grinders in? Oh, you know what? I might have to redesign my whole setup. It looks like I have 8 grinders. No, I have 12. But because I've enclosed everything, I can't see what's working and what's not. It does look like they're all working. Definitely a bad idea to have everything closed up like this until you've got it right. I mean, once you've got it right, then you can brick it up to your heart's content, but little things can go wrong, and it makes troubleshooting very difficult. Anyway, that looks a lot better now. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so it's working. It's still not right. There's something's wrong. Something's missing. Right, I'll figure it out. Anyway, we are building up our growth potions. So we've got 58. Let's see if dropping them in here has made any difference. It's going to take a while to make a difference, I think. I didn't drop any in these ones, so yeah, these haven't filled up. But these are still fine. This is such a mess, I'm going to have to figure it all out. But I put like 5 growth potions in each of these, and they're still here. They last a pretty long time. Definitely. I need a bigger growth potion facility. So, I'm going to treble the size of that one. And I'm going to use that to supplement my fertilizer lines. Anyway, there were probably quests that I should do because, yeah, I am not doing great on cash at the moment. Now let's go and see. Oh my gosh, look at that. Let's see what's going to expire first. This one. Okay, we'll pin that. This has got a day left. Bulk order's got 2 days left. Let's do the random quest over here. That random quest we can pin. Urgent. We'll do that. And there's another bulk order down here. Right, let's get those all sorted out. Right, random quest sorted. Urgent request done. Other random request done. And random request done. Then we can do the 2 bulk orders and run around and go and collect all of that. Alright, my yeast needs to back up, but I have enough to finish one of the bulk orders. That is this one. And I have the need for a good day after all of the mistakes I've encountered. Let's see if I've got any diamonds. Oh, I got 10. What the heck? Let's sell those as well. I can make more pretty easily. There we go. Lots of diamonds. And I could probably sell some malachite too. You don't get a lot for malachite, but I have a bit. Yeah, there we go. And that should improve everything. Now, I am running around with a large amount of cash on me. So I'm going to offload that and then throw some copper in there as well. Yeah, that'll get the lines flowing. I have the yeast now, so I can pop in and go and finish that final bulk order. And today should be good. Let's pop upstairs and go and have a look at what we've got happening up here. 133. Growth potion, very nice. And I think I can just take the 100. That's all I was really waiting for. The rest of it can either be used to sell or supplement the lines. And I think supplementing the lines might be a good thing. Yeah, I'm going to push this a bit. Let's go and finish that main quest. So there's it, 100. And we have up, whoa, quartz ore. Wonder what we can do with that. And lavender seeds. Very expensive. Holy cow. 44 silver coin for a quartz ore. Let's go and have a look at what we can do with those. So quartz ore. Oh my gosh, straight into crude shards. Crude shards straight in a crusher. And then feed them into this. You're kidding. I just have to do one. Just to see it work. We'll do it and just literally plug it straight in. I have some cash, so maybe I'll get a few. Can I buy them from the shop? I didn't notice them before. Oh, there they are. Ooh, I'm going to buy 3. Okay. Yeah, I bought 3. And they're on the ore crusher, and it takes 10 per minute. Holy cow. That is huge compared to what we're doing now. Okay, right now we don't have any diamonds in here, but I think that's going to change pretty soon. Oh, this one's spinning. And come on, there we go. Look at that. We're going to have a diamond. There you go. Already. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. That was the quartz ore. Nothing other than used in crafting crude shards. So, yeah, that's the answer to some questions. Then the lavender seed goes and makes lavender. 120 every 12 minutes, so 10 per minute. Lavender's even slower than the chamomile. And with lavender, we can craft... Well, that's it. We don't know what we can craft with it yet. So it's unlocked, but we can't do anything. But that does mean that we have access to all of this stuff. Sulfuric acid, brandy. We're going to use an alembic. I see. A thermal extractor. An advanced extractor with an added heating module. The higher up it's built, the greater the output. Oh, someone in the comments mentioned something about building high because of this. But it does consume a lot of heat. And then we have the advanced shaper. It has 5 conveyor inputs, 2 pipeline inputs, and a conveyor output. Right. And then we have the paradox crucible. Man, I haven't even used the other crucible yet. Perfume soap, that takes the lavender. And soap powder by the looks of things. And then the blast potion, which has a heat fuel value of 33,000. But then it takes some weird stuff to make, and I haven't seen that yet, including brandy. Sulfuric acid makes topaz, along with the crude shard. There's another recipe that the crude shard is used in. And then we have the Venus that takes a little bit of everything. Wow. Look at all those potions. And sulfuric acid. Wow, this place is going to get big. And we haven't finished up here yet, so let's focus. So once we're on a roll with diamonds and we're making lots of cash, I suppose having a few of these won't be an issue. But I just spent like 130,000, 132,000 on quartz. It's lasting quite a while, and it's putting out quite a lot. So, well, that's good. And the day has come to an end. I hope this was a decent day. I think it was. Oh, I think we're going to do really well today. Yeah, I forgot I put all those Jupiters and Saturns in. Look at that. All of that from diamonds. That was a huge day. Yeah, and then we get to the quartz, and yeah, it was quite expensive, but still, that's an unbelievable profit. Awesome. Yeah, so all of the sand over here is pretty much going to be obsolete, because now we can just use these, and it's going to be expensive to set it up, but, you know, once it's done, all of this is eliminated. With one rock crusher, I think we could quite easily replace all 4 of these. Yep, I think that is the case. So I'm going to start planning for that transformation. Well, it's going to give us a lot more space downstairs. But as you can see with this game, you can set up nice little factories and you're all comfortable, and then they throw a curveball at you. Dude, why are you standing over here? Hello? Wait, with your axe. But there's a couple of recipes that use the crude shards that we also haven't unlocked yet. We've got sulfur powder that uses sulfur, and that sulfur comes from pyrite, which we haven't started on. We haven't needed sulfur yet. Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that. The Mars is another big setup that uses our steel production setup and our copper production setup, which I think this setup over here would be able to do it. I'd have to grab this in pieces because it uses everything that's made here. And this setup is quite spread out, and it's using this potentially faulty sand system. Yeah, I'm going to have to really dig deep into finding why that is not producing 120 per minute. Yeah, there's definitely an issue. And then I need to make this facility 3 times bigger. So 30 per minute out of here. The growth potion seems pretty good. I'm going to keep supplementing my line to see if I can actually get these guys to back up. And it doesn't look like I can. That one's empty. Yeah, the flow is not good from here. I've reconnected the knowledge altar, so we are going to be getting some experience again. Obtainable XP is 14.3. Now, hang on. Oh, right. It's 14.3 per cycle, and it cycles 5 times. Okay, that makes sense, because when I look at these, it says experience 71.5. Right. Now, that had me going for a second. I think I might need to double up on my fertilizer production. It looks like it's necessary. And then I'm going to probably have to make another Jupiter setup to use up all the wood that's going to be produced from it. It's doable. Yeah, there's lots of little issues, lots of imbalances that are built into things that I've blueprinted and then copied all over the place. So I'm going to have to go through everything between episodes and check out what the heck I did. Because, I mean, even this is making 20 per minute, but this needs 30 per minute. I don't know why I did that. So yeah, I'll have to sort that out. That's also a problem I'm going to need to just add on. But then fertilizer is a problem. So yeah, fun. And maybe what I can do with some of that wood is bring it over to our original starting spot up here. Well, this basic, yeah, this is not even using any because so little is being sold in the shop that there's almost no point to bringing a line up to bring it in here. And there's so little that uses wood, and these boxes are full again, so that's going to slow down production. Alright, well I got them somewhat empty, so this will keep flowing, but I did pick up an experience point. Let me run up and see what's happening. The Saturns are low, so I'm going to put those back because you never know, we may need them for quests. Speaking of quests, so we've got a bulk order that needs pocket watches. I haven't even researched pocket watches. Random quest, yeah, that I can do. You're going to need some growth potion, and I have a little bit, and that is enough. So one little quest in, and I've just found out that my growth potion is going slowly because it's not getting fertilizer. I'm not very keen on having this self-fertilized, but I might not have a choice. So I'm going to delete a belt, and then bring a belt back. I'm out of wood, so I'm going to bring a belt back. through here and jig it in, and hopefully I can change the direction of those, and then I can remove all of this. Now that's going to use up everything. And just for kicks and to keep things moving, we are making more than what we are needing to produce, so just slightly more. So this line will not always be full. And now that is gone. So I am just going to back up on these. Jeepers. There. So I will use my growth potion to get these, to keep these going. Then I will put less strain on the upstream fertilizer needs on the other side. And then once this is full and backing up, then I can start adding these into the fertilizer line. But yeah, like I said, I need to treble up on this, and I have enough space to do it. And then eventually I'll look at implementing my little warehouse storage room idea. Anyway, that is where I'm going to leave this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, thank you very much for all the interaction on this series. It's been great. Lots of helpful tips as well. Appreciate it. Once I've got blueprints actually working, I'm not 100% confident with some of them. I thought I had them right, but there's issues. So I'll be rebuilding a lot of them from scratch, and I'm not going to upload blueprints that don't work. And when I do, I'll pop them on my Patreon. You guys can pop over there and have a look. But yeah, I'll be doing a lot of work between episodes trying to get everything right and sorted. But thank you very much for joining me. And until next time, cheers.